Hello and welcome to your midweek messages. Today is Wednesday, the 16th of March, 2022. So let's have a look and see what messages are coming through for this week. If you would like a private reading with me, then please check out the link in the description and you can book directly from my website. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Deborah Jane Sutton. You can find out more about me and the fun that I have here on YouTube, on this YouTube channel, and also from my website at deborahjanesutton.com. So have a good look around at what I do. Wow, the cards coming out are powerful cards. Okay, I think that's it. I think 4 is the magic number today. Okay, now the Magician is coming out a lot. Now, why is the Magician coming out a lot? And he's come out first today. It's the reminder, we had this last week, but this is a constant reminder that you are the Magician, that you are the alchemist, that you are the only person that can transform your life. You are the only person that can create miracles in your life. Okay, so if you want to create miracles, we need to believe in them. That was the you got to believe to receive video, right? So if you are new to my channel, have a look at some of the recent messages, because they're all going to be relevant still, especially the ones for March. Of course, we're still only halfway through March. So check out I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen for the messages for March. But the Magician, you can see he has everything he needs. These are the elements. The wands are fire, the cups are water, the pentacles are earth, and the swords are air. So he has all of the elements that he needs in order to create in the physical world. Understanding how we create in the physical world is really important, because we've just said, we know that the cups are emotions. We know that the swords are mental processes, which is your thoughts and your beliefs. Okay, we've got the pentacles, which is earth. It's a practical physicality, bringing into physicality. And the fire for the wands is that transformation. And I just want to share a screen with you now. Oh, I've got excited. Just bear with me while I try and share a screen. Yeah, I want to share this one, because what I want to share, I hope you can see that okay. This card is telling us to understand how we create. And I want to actually, rather than keep saying it, I want to kind of show it if I can, in a way, because those elements are so important, because we are non-physical. Basically the universe is non-physical, but we have this opportunity to bring life into physicality, and it's us that is doing that. The physicality wasn't already there. I know that sounds a bit difficult to get your head round, but try to. You are creating the physicality, and we create it through these elements. We create it, the non-physical, your soul, your essence, your consciousness, I want to say, your non-physical consciousness, which is you, okay? It transforms through your non-physical mental body and your non-physical emotional body into your physical reality. There we have the tools that the Magician has. So have a look at this this picture. Don't worry about the chakras at the moment, but I'm just looking at the layers. We say layers, but we can also use the word dimensions. You're a multi-dimensional being, and the parts of you that you can see are your physical. I nearly said just your physical. They are your physical, but they are the sum of the others, if that makes sense. So it's actually not just your physical, it's like all of who you are manifested in the physical. Okay, so everything that you are, that is your emotions and your mental thought processes. So that's your beliefs, your ideas, your thoughts, they become you. They become you. Your thoughts become you. Your emotions become you. This is like Bruce Lipton said, you know, your biography becomes your biology, because the process that the magician is taking in his magic, in bringing miracles to life, is it goes through these dimensions, from higher dimensions. You are source, that's the highest dimension, or Christ consciousness. And the energy, your consciousness, flows through all your layers. So it gets to the mental layer. The mental, on this chart, you can see, I don't know if my cursor will help. So here's your physical body. They're calling it the etheric body here. And it's the lower aspect. Lower because it's the most dense, energetically speaking. Okay, and then you've got the emotional body here and the mental body. Well, this emotional and mental body make up your fourth dimensional energy body. So your physical body is third dimensional. Okay, so if you had somebody who was not aware of their emotions or thoughts, then let's say they were on a life support machine or something, they would be just third dimensional. Okay, whereas your emotional body and your mental body are in your fourth dimension, so you can't see them, but everybody's aware of them, right? So most people on the planet are operating from this fourth dimension, okay, because they are operating from their emotions and their thoughts. Now this is where I often talk about the fourth dimension, as in the mental body being divided in two. You've got the lower part of your mental body, which can be programmed and has been programmed by all sorts of people and things, like your family, you know, unwittingly. I mean, we get programmed into positive things and negative things, and there are no good and bad, right? But there are programmings from society, from school, and all sorts of things. And so we can, our mind can actually be programmed from you know, so, well, we allow it, obviously, because we keep repeating it and letting it into the cells of our body. But the higher mental part of the fourth dimension, I always think, is the mind that carries out the soul's intentions. The soul, of course, is your astral body and above, or your celestial body, however you want to word it. The soul is your fifth dimensional layer of energy. And so your best ideas and the direction for us to go in now is coming. We want to allow the guidance from these higher parts of us, our higher self, the higher parts of us to come through. That's our intuition. So ideas and inspiration that come from your soul need to be implemented in the fourth dimension and in the physical world. So we need to use our minds for that. You might have a great idea for a project, but then you need to get a website for it. You need to talk to other people and collaborate. You need to advertise maybe, or, you know, you need to physically build something. So all of that is going to need logistics and physicality. So and you're going to have to use your mind. Your mind is a tool to be used for your benefit. So I see the higher mind as being your tool to use for your benefit, to carry out your divine inspiration. So there's kind of two parts to the mental body. The part that we've let be programmed, you know, you have to do it this way, you can't do that, if you can't afford it, you're not good enough, all that stuff is the programming. And this is the way it has to be, because this is the way it is. That's one we need to get rid of, definitely, because we are the creators. That's why he keeps coming up. A reminder that we create our reality, and together we create the collective. I just got really quite emotional when I said that, because it's so relevant now, that together we create the collective that we want. Okay, so we create the reality that we want in our immediate reality, but it is us doing this together that creates the world that we want. And I hear too often, you know, oh, that's just the way it is. You know, it's like, well, I don't like the way it is. So I'm going to change my thinking about it. I'm going to change my thinking about it. I'm going to visualize the way I want it to be. And then I'm going to bring it into the cells of my body. I'm going to believe that it's already like that. You know, I'm going to let go of the way that other people think that things should be. And I'm just going to create from within with my own thoughts and using my higher mind to carry out my inspiration, however mad other people think it is, I don't care, because that's how I'm going to create the reality that I choose. And by us all doing that, that's how we're going to create the collective of our choice. Things don't have to be the way that they have been. They really don't. I think our generation is the last generation to have gone through this density I want to talk about, that density of programmed minds and trapped negative emotions. So I hope that made it, sorry, I went off on a tangent there. I hope that makes it clear that it is your emotional and mental body that we actually want to transcend in order to access that higher level of consciousness in our the fifth dimensional levels of consciousness. We need to transcend. So that means that we need to release the emotions that are dense, and focus on the higher frequency ones, and which we have seen from the chart. If you don't know the chart, I mean the scale of consciousness, have a look at my YouTube channel, because it's, you know, the thumbnail on a number of videos. And also we need to release those limiting beliefs and choose positive beliefs that are going to actually allow us to bring into physicality our divine inspiration. So that's how we transcend the fourth dimension. And that's how we bring in heaven, celestial, astral, whatever you want to call it, these bodies, these parts of us. That's how we bring them into physicality, okay, by understanding that we are the creator. Wow, that was a powerful start. The next one is the Seven of Cups. Now, Seven of Cups, look, these cups are all, again, cups emotional, okay? They're all full, so there are emotionally fulfilling avenues available to you, okay? And what I think this is saying is that there's a number of different avenues. So yes, of course, there's a number of different things that we can be doing. Gone are the days when we work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. You know, what do you do for a living? No, I breathe for a living and I do what I love. And it can be something different all the time. You know, you might be teaching yoga one day, and then you might be doing a card reading the next day, or you might be running an online course. You know, I mean, you do what you like. You might be walking your dog. Different choices. We don't have to do the same thing all the time. Okay, variety is the spice of life. But the other message with this card is choose wisely. Choose wisely, because you can feel in your heart. You can feel in your heart the choices. Run all your choices through your heart, because cups are heart-based directions. So there are new directions for you. So if you are in an activity, let's say a job that you're wanting to change, or you're wanting to move out of, start outside of your job activities to raise your frequency, not necessarily activities that are going to make you loads of money, but if they raise your frequency, they will put you in contact with people that you need on your journey. If they raise your frequency, they will put you into a better state of health, which is going to help you on your journey. If you raise your frequency, it's going to put you onto a different timeline, which is going to obviously give you a more favorable reality, shall we say. So choose these avenues wisely. Don't base them on money, base them on what brings you joy. Some of these choices will bring you in money, some of these choices won't. Some of these choices will just raise your frequency, just, she says. That's the most important thing, of course. And some of these avenues might cost you money. It's okay, because that is an investment in yourself. And there is no better investment in this time. Everyone's talking about where to invest your money. I tell you where to invest your money, your time, your energy, and your resources in you and raising your frequency. Oh, I got quite passionate again, because it's so important, because that's how you're going to shift timelines. So anything invested in helping you release that density that we were looking at, anything that's going to help you transcend that fourth dimensional energy body, that's anything that's going to release the programming and release the trapped negative emotions. That's basically you know, the best investment. And you have lots of choices to do this. So this is about just taking these opportunities. It could be a new class, it could be a new friendship coming in, it could be something that you want to buy. You know, it could be a new healing modality that you want to experience. go, give it a go, give it a go. That's what this card is saying. It's saying, look at all these choices, go and explore. And then if you explore one and you don't like it, then you don't go again. But if you feel inspired, go try it. And listen to your heart all the time. All the time, listen to your heart, because there's an activity. There are new activities here for us. It could be social, you know, it could be play, it could be sporting, it could be work related, or, you know, bringing in money related. I keep putting that in inverted commas because your future lies in your frequency, not your bank account. We know that. And if you're new to my channel, you'll hear me say that many times. But anyway, this is your choices. So choose wisely. Choose the activities that are going to expand you into more of who you are, not the ones. If you have any activities, it could be work or play or socializing or anything. But if it's making you go, oh, I've got to do this. Oh, I've got to do that. If that's in a contracted state. Any activity that you're feeling contracted about is not an activity for you. Obviously, it needs to be, I've got this new class. Wow. Oh, I've got this new course. Or, you know, oh, if you can't change your jobs yet, because patience is a virtue, although there's lots of manifestations happening in March. I'm also getting the message for a lot of people that patience is a virtue, because some of us just want to run before we can walk. So we do need to exercise patience and ground. Exercise patience and ground. I'm going to say that one more time. Probably it's a message for myself. Exercise patience and ground. Right. But once you've done that, so if there are situations that you can't change at the moment, but then there are different ways of looking at things. There are different ways of looking at things. So if you are going to work and you've got that sinking feeling, then it could be like, but I have a job. What gratitude. Think about the people that don't have a job. I have some kind of an income. What gratitude. Think about the people that don't, right? So turn all of that into gratitude, because gratitude is going to raise your frequency. Gratitude is massive. It's chapter 2 of book 1. I'll put a link in the description to my books. The first book is free to download from my website, so no excuses for not getting it. But gratitude, powerful, powerful energy. So if you are feeling like for now you're having to do something, rather than cursing it or staying in that contracted state, you can exercise gratitude, and when you're in that environment, take any opportunity to run your gratitude list through your mind, or if you can, write it down. That's what I used to do when I was still at the school. I would just hurry up and mark all my books in my free lessons so that I could write my gratitude list. And then I would sit there just writing my gratitude list. And I had a list of affirmations, really powerful affirmations that were in my pencil case on my teacher's desk. And then while I was the other side of the classroom and the kids were like busy doing something, I would look at it and it would remind me of my affirmations. And I would sit there just running through them in my head. Well, the kids were doing whatever. I was monitoring them. I was doing my job. But I was running through these affirmations. And I swear that last year could have been one of the most difficult, and it wasn't. It was one of the most joy-filled, and I am sure it is because I was exercising affirmations and gratitude, and all those yummy tools that we have that we could just do all the time, which help us raise our frequency. Next card. This is strength card, because that's where we get our strength from. That's where we get our strength from our ability to think, our ability to choose our thoughts. So I could sit there just thinking, oh, I'm really bored here. This isn't the job I want to do. I want to be full-time energy healer or a full-time whatever, right? But, you know, rather than, you know, I want, I'm not happy, you know, I used to just focus on these affirmations and this gratitude all the time, and I swear that's what lifted me. And that's where our strength lies. Our strength lies in our own ability to choose our thoughts. What was this card? Choose wisely. These are all your thoughts, heart-based emotional avenues. that you can go down, new activities, new emotionally fulfilling activities. Branch out, I want to say, and without thinking about whether it's making you money, costing you money, or what have you. Some of these are investments in yourself and in raising your frequency. Well, hopefully they'll all be raising your frequency if they're heart-based. But there's different areas, you know. Some of them are going to be with friends, some things you do on your own, some are going to be physical activities, some are going to be creative, you know. And some might be the job that you're still in, you know, and maybe you can just change the way you, if you don't like what you look at, change the way you look at it, said Dr. Wayne Dyer. Okay, so maybe there are ways that you can look at your situation from a higher level of consciousness, I want to say, because this is the Christ consciousness card. The strength card is about Christ consciousness. And what she's doing is she's taming this lion. But she's taming him through love, not through force. If you're forcing yourself or trying to discipline yourself to do anything, whether it be to cut something out of your diet, or you might be forcing yourself to exercise more, or, you know, if you're pushing yourself and you're not feeling it from within, that's not really going to help you. I often use the example, it's like mastering ourselves, right? Or mastering a musical instrument, or disciplining a child. You can tell a child that has been brought up with love and a child that has been brought up with force. You know, that's going to be apparent, isn't it? It's the same as someone learning a musical instrument. If someone has been forced to practice for 10 hours a day and somebody else has just like flowed with their inspiration, you know, you're going to tell the difference when somebody is channeling source when they play their instrument, or whether they're concentrating hard to follow the rules. I mean, there's a difference, isn't there? And that's what she's about. You know, you could beat a dog to do what you want him to do, you know, or you can love dog, animal, whatever, to do what you want them to do. Same with children, of course. It's the same with ourselves, because we came here to master ourselves. So it's really important to do it with love and not force. So love yourself enough to cut these things out of your diet. Do you see what I mean? I'm not saying don't cut things out that you're not meant to be eating or drinking, or I'm not saying don't do the things, you know, exercise. These are all things that, you know, obviously we need. But when you force yourself, I think there's I was going to say negative, but that's not the right word. I was going to say wrong. There's a wrong energy there. I don't think it's divine. I think, you know, when it's meant to be for you, it will flow. Okay. And if you do it from a place of love, okay, I love myself, therefore I feed myself nourishing foods and beverages. It's from a place of love. I love myself, therefore I stretch my body regularly, you know, coming from a place of love. So to master yourself really is about loving yourself. I love myself, therefore I'm going to choose more positive thoughts. I love myself, therefore I'm going to choose more positive activities. I love myself, therefore I'm going to choose to view the world in a more loving way. You know, all of this can come from a place of loving yourself. That's how we access higher levels. This is, as I said, Christ consciousness. And it's the good fortune that comes. The strength, our strength comes from knowing that power, the power of love and the power of loving yourself. It's a power, I want to say. So this card is all about flowing with the power of love. Oh, wow. Yes, that's what I want to say about this card. Also, I want to say about this card is it's Leo, which will be end of July, beginning of August. So that's very summer. It's a summertime. So I think something's happening. It's been coming up quite a lot lately. I don't know what, but something joyful coming up. It could be the culmination of some of these choices, you know. So I think there is definitely manifestations to come in the summer, in Leo time, from the choices that we're making now. So that could be, as I said, the exercise that you're putting in, it could be the diet that you're putting in, it could be the new energy healing that you're experiencing, it could be the new course that you're doing, it could be the new way of thinking about the job that you're in, it could be the new job that you're doing, it could be the new relationship, it could be the new friendship, could be the new singleton status, having left a relationship. Okay, so whatever these choices are, They are raising your frequency, and the manifestation, or the jump in timeline, shall we say, that is coming from all of this work that we're doing in Manifestation March, Manifesting March, it's all going to come. We're going to see so much evidence of it. We're seeing evidence already, but Leo keeps coming up. So definitely we're going to see some evidence of what we've been focusing on. We're going to see evidence of this in end of July, beginning of August, Leo time, summertime. So it's all so exciting. And the last one is the King of Wands. Now, he's transformation. Wands, what did I say in the beginning? It's the transformation. Okay, so the transformation that occurs when you start believing in miracles, the transformation that occurs when you start using affirmations, when you start practicing gratitude, when you start loving yourself, when you start making positive changes out of love. Okay, it's just transformation. He's a creator. He's a very passionate creator, fire, see, so he's quite impulsive and he's passionate. But the transformation, here's the fruition that comes from making that transformation. So he's just a reminder of the transformation that occurs by understanding that we are the creator. The magic, it's magic. The magic is within you. Oh, yes. I'm going to end it there. The magic is within you. Please remember that, because it's such an important message. And it's just so full of self-love as well. The self-love, the love and the magic, it's all within you. It starts with you. You are magic. You are self-love. You are awesome. And I love you. Enjoy the rest of the week. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.